Hello, on Scatter, we're playing Hogwarts Legacy. I'm gonna continue the main story as side quest.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about... Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even this...
We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help.
Yes, of course. We'll meet with them, tell them about the snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all three of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't... What do moonstones have to do with snidgets? And why was he...
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him.
I am too. It is...
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act... I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibber.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hog's Head. I saw some. And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village.
Where am I to find...
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife and Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you are likely.
What sort of information am I trying to get?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow. We simply need to know what...
Very well.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being... Meet me here after you have spoken. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken...
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given... The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband... But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evident...
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but that said, I was hoping he would have...
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, it may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. No.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us.
I shall do all I can to...
Very well. Here's the note I received.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. Perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I would like to help.
You know the Bickles? All right.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he... It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my...
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he said, your secret is safe as long as I can supply my... I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative, but I can't keep it out for much longer.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also... Of course, none of this, but...
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack.
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear I'd lose my job
Thank you for telling me.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it,
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where were I?
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Wingardium Leviosa makes life.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your deal.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak, but I feared Harlow's retaliation.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow, as
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
you said that Harlow committed an act of violence against...
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, as a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, one day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against... Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked. I was shaken to my core.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again.
I suppose I have no choice. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
I recall that.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Velio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. To this room. There must be another way forward. A hidden door. Lumos. Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Revelio.
What?
Lumos.
Suits me just fine.
Revelio. Lumos.
I hope Rookwood knows what he...
Revelio.
I've had enough of Feldcroft.
If I hear one more mention that plans have cost us spoils, plans what was agreed upon, so if plans were to your liking, I suggest you have a thorough examination of your own head. I hear you, whoever you are. Hey.
I've robbed every traveling vendor that's passed through here. They never...
Not especially quiet.
Revelio.
I see you.
You've made a grave mistake.
Oh, what's going on?
You're the puppet master!
Lumos.
Hey.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio.
What? Oi.
Revelio. Revelio.
Hey.
Levio. Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Hey.
Revelio. must be here somewhere.
I'd have taken your life before you even realise it's gone.
Expulsion! What? Cynthia!
And enough yet.
Expulsion!
Forever.
Expulsion!
Quite conductive, aren't we? I quit now while you're still alive.
What have you done?
Oh, this is...
Incendio!
Incendio! Revelio. Revelio.
You found us! I knew you would realize I had left you here.
I need your help.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you.
I am all right. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby.
Understood. I'll find.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand.
Revelio.
It must be blocked by something.
Lumos.
Incendio. Revelio.
Mr. Abe's wand could be in there. Mr. Abe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. Now, you best stand back.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend.
Protego.
We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. I understand.
Revelio. Lumos.
Lumos.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow.
Natsai onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several hogs. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus.
I will look in. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking...
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwind. I must insist that you leave them to us. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
I can't believe we found ourselves trapped in that scriptorium.
Pardon me. Is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to Charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But
I can.
I breaks out in a sweat every hour on the...
If only 2 bells are left, isn't it fairly easy to tell which goes where?
Easy for you, perhaps. I happen to be tone deaf. No point putting them back.
Perhaps I could help put the bell...
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower. You're certainly of more help than...
The bells must be upstairs. Alohomora. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa. 1 up, 1 to go. Revelio. Revelio. Well, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't.
Away with this, he has another thing coming.
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his... Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means, for me and for Hogwarts.
Revelio.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but a few years later, we left to come to...
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives. He and my mother raised me to believe that I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer. She misses him, as do I. But that does not mean that she likes.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been...
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to that. And once he is gone, we are making progress. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
So we did some side quests and progress the main story. So the next one gonna be the third trial at Hogwarts. Thank you all for watching. Wish you well. I'll see you in the next video.